we'll wash them in the back, and then we'll put them down here for customers for free.
Cool.
Yeah. So how it works is you put your empty container with a lid on the scale, and our system will tell you what to do. But basically you say, I'm weighing an empty container, and then it will read the same weight that's on the scale, so you know it's right. You click next. Then you take a tag and you do sticker side to the camera lens, and you actually tap it physically on the computer thing.
Whoa.
What?
And now this tag has the weight of your empty container in it with the cap. And then all you have to do is attach it to your container, so depending on how big it is. Right? And then at the cash, we will deduct the weight of your empty container from the final weight, so you're only paying for what's inside. The second thing you can do at these tear stations is you can do a price check. So if you're getting a new product that you've never gotten before, or if you're getting it in a new type of container and you don't really know how big your container is, always start with a small amount, please. Come here and do a price check. So basically what you would do, let's pretend it's full now. You click price check. It now says a different weight on here. You click next. Using the same tag you had before to tear the container, you tap it again. And then you can scroll through our inventory and see how much it is. I'll warn you right now, we don't have any food products in here because of all the reasons I was stating before. So this weight in apple cider vinegar would cost you $2.80. This weight in, let's see, something interesting. No, baking soda, cosmetic grade would cost you $1.26, and so on and so forth. And that's how that works. We have 3 of these stations around the store for your convenience. And that's that section. Let's move on. I feel like a tour guide. This section is our cash out section, and we'll also keep things on the wall that we don't want customers to fill themselves, either because they're too expensive for a large quantity or they're just tricky to refill. So like essential oils are expensive, but you're only getting a small amount. But if you bring in your own container, you might try and fill up way too much, and it's going to cost a lot, and then you're going to be sad, and we're going to be sad, and it's going to be a whole thing. So we'll do those for you. Over here, you can go in and around this area. We have A, our second tear station. B, we have oils and vinegars on tap. We will eventually have 8 oils and 4 vinegars. Right now we have a little less than that. You'll notice they all have little things in them to keep the fruit flies out. So when you're going to pour, please take these out first, or it will spray everywhere. We have spices on the wall. And again, you can go in there and work with them. You can bring the spices down so you have some space to work with. At each, I'm going to start talking slower now, I'm sorry. At each section we also have clean and dirty bins, which have a whole bunch of different types of utensils to fill the products. Please only use 1 per product and then put it in the dirty bin, and we will clean and sanitize them. Similarly for the food stuff, we have funnels in those places, and we'd really love if you use the funnels so that we can make sure that our scoops don't touch your jars, because we don't know what was in your jar. We can't promise there's no cross-contamination. There probably is, but we're really trying to do everything we can to limit that. We're doing some work downstairs, sorry. This is our home care section. We have things like laundry detergent, dish soap, hand soap, all-purpose spray, all sorts of fun things in bulk. We also, you'll notice in each section, have a bunch of non-bulk items. They're more like lifestyle items to help you reduce waste. We're not expecting, oh, the other door, the other one, and then you'll have to unlock it. Sorry about that. We locked you in. Surprise. You'll notice that there's a lot of lifestyle items here. We're not trying to get you to buy things you don't need. So if you don't need a new dish brush, don't feel compelled to buy it just because it's here. It's here if your current dish brush is no longer usable. And at that point, we have probably a more sustainable replacement option for you. This is another fridge. All of the lights are off right now because we're not really open. Basically, we have produce here, and we have produce on this wall over here. This entire section is all food. We work as much as possible with local farmers to get produce directly to us. In the winter, that's a little bit more difficult, as you can imagine, but already we are working with some farmers, and basically they'll put their potatoes in a plastic blue bin, they'll send it to us, and then we will swap bins, so they will then get a new clean bin, and then we basically produce no waste that way. Similarly, we do the same thing for food that we get from local producers in the city. So things like dairy-free ice cream, or chips, potato chips in bulk, which you probably won't see anywhere else, popcorn in bulk, chocolate in bulk, things like that. We're still figuring out what to do in this area, but we have a fridge and a freezer, another tear station, and then some work tables for people to use. Sorry. produce on the wall. All of those have produce in it too. We're just covering them for the day. We have our snack section here. We have bakery here, although there's nothing here because we're not open. Kombucha on tap. You'll also notice they have those same things to keep the fruit flies out. So please take those out before you use them. So then everything over here, this is our cafe. The whole point of the cafe is to upcycle any of the surplus food we have in this section to really close the loop and reduce the amount of food waste we're producing here. This fridge specifically is for things that we will serve to customers because we don't want you to touch them because you wouldn't want other customers to touch them. So things like cheeses, cream cheese, spreads, dips, things like that. This fridge is for eventually our grab and go selection of products. So mason jars filled with salads or parfaits or snacks. And if you bring it back, you get the deposit back for the container. A few really important things to know for the cafe when we open. Right now, we're only serving coffee and tea. In the future, in the near future, we will increase that to a more holistic or wholesome, rather, menu of items. And then the last thing to know about our cafe is that there is no option for disposable cups here. So you have 3 options. You can bring in your own container. You can use one of ours and sit down and enjoy your drink or meal, or you can borrow one of our cups that are up there. It's a $5 deposit. You bring it back, you get your $5 back. On top of that, if you bring it back to another cafe that uses the same system as ours, you'll also get your deposit back there. And that's amazing. Basically it. Awesome.
Yay! Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, we're definitely working on it. We have some gluten-free bulk stuff, but I know, like, if you're celiac, that's probably not going to work for you. But yeah, we're definitely working on it, and we're thinking to put like gluten-free breads up there so that people can't really touch them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Same, we're celiac, so.
Yeah, because I cannot find any place to buy like gluten-free bread without bags or anything like everything.
Yeah, and we're working with local bakeries, so that should be easier for us. Again, like, give us all of your suggestions. We want to hear exactly what you want to see in here. We can't promise we're going to get everything, but we're going to work to try.
Gluten-free bulk products, basically, yeah. We're always looking for those because they're not easy to find.
There's a lot of our products that happen to be gluten-free based on what they are. On our labels, once they're up, I'm literally making them right now. It will say if it's organic, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, if it has nuts in it, all sorts of different things. Yeah.
Are you hiring?
We just finished hiring about 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, but we're retail grocery. We're going to be constantly hiring. So yeah, please consider us when you're looking for a
Yeah, she's
job.
like, I think I would work here.
Yeah.